and you've missed 3 or 4 fish, check out your weight. See if there's any teeth marks in your weight. And if you see teeth marks in your weight, take that long leader and shorten it down. I throw 6-inch to 8-inch leader lengths on Carolina rigs. Or you go to a Texas rig. Or you go to a jig, because they're telling you they're paying attention to that noise that's down there. And so if you're throwing a 3/4 ounce weight and they're eating the weight, and you throw a 3/4 ounce jig, or you throw a 3/4 ounce Texas rig, or you shorten your leader length to something really small to where they can get that bait in front of their face. Any other questions?
What would you do about flipping trees with bark on it without being stuck in the bark?
Okay, question is, when I go about flipping trees with bark and getting stuck in the bark, don't use braid. Anytime you're flipping trees, do not use braid. You want to move up to heavier fluorocarbon. If you're flipping 20 and you don't feel like 20 is enough, go to 25. You don't feel like 25 is enough, go to 30. But if you flip braid in those trees, you're going to get a sawing action into that bark, and you're going to lose so many fish. I learned that lesson one of the first times we went down to Falcon, and I was flipping Falcon and flipping those deeper trees. And you go to set the hook, and then big fish pull back, and you pull back, and it just creates a saw right in there. So you have to use heavier fluorocarbon line. The thickness of the fluorocarbon and the stretch will keep it from sawing into that bark, and you can land a lot more fish that way.
How do you do a hook set on a Texas rig?
How do I do a hook set on a Texas rig? My hook sets are all pretty much in that same 2 to 10 on majority of my hook sets. Yeah, it's always at 2 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Whether I'm swinging this way, 2 o'clock, I'm swinging this way, 10 o'clock. Now, my cranking will more so be a lean kind of pull into hook set, just because I don't like setting the hook hard on a crankbait, because I feel if they've got a grip on that thing and that bill hits their mouth, it'll pop their mouth open. But if you pull on them, that crankbait will slip and they grab onto it tighter, and that's when they get those hooks buried in.
What arm movement do you use on setting on a Texas rig?
I'm sorry?
What arm movements do you use when you set?
My arm movements are pretty much, I'm working it right here, or I'm working it like sideways, like right here, but I automatically go, if I'm down here sideways, I'm this way. But if I'm working it here, drop the rod and go this way.
Without reeling?
Well, I am reeling. Like I'm keeping contact with the fish and dropping the rod and keep taking up the slack and setting the hook. I don't want a tight line, straight line. You never want to have a straight line, tight line to that fish. You want to have a little bit of slack so that that weight moves in that fish's mouth.
So you pop it?
A little bit of a pop, but not too much slack on a pop set, because when you pop that line with fluorocarbon, you start snapping it like that. I can take 50-pound braid and I snap it right, it'll break. So it's the same thing with fluorocarbon. It will break. Same thing with mono, it'll break if you snap it. But if you pull straight,